Welcome everybody to another episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brandon Franio. Joined by me are some special guests tonight. My co-hosts are busy today, so I had to bring on some fellow Niner fans that you'll see me on with on Last Man Standing show that we have every week. We got my boy Beto, Niner Sickness, my boy
What's
Peter
up?
from Niner Fanatic Podcast, and also my boy Rich from Keltz Chronicles. How we doing, fellas?
Hey,
Doing
doing great.
good, man. Getting ready for some Sunday night football. Get ready to beat those Chargers. Put a bolt in there where the sun don't shine.
Ready to see some offense. We're ready to see some offense today.
Yeah, I'm juiced. I'm juiced. I'm juiced. I can't wait, man. I don't know if I get more excited than most, but man, yeah, man, I'm pretty sure we're all excited, but I be getting juiced up like I'm ready to play the game, man. I start getting excited, a little bit of nerves, like all of it, man. Like, let's
Heck
go.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's go.
go.
Yes, sir. You want to say hi to Mariah? She's in the chat. How you
What up,
doing, Mariah?
You will.
All right, let's get right on into it. So just go ahead and jump to it. What are the keys to tonight's game to pull off this dub and go 5-4? Beto, go ahead first.
Run the ball down their throat, bro. Run the ball. Have at least 25 to 30 attempts at running the ball. Stop the run, and we'll be in good business. We can run the ball. They're a terrible run defense. They're the bottom five. So if Kyle Shanahan can just utilize CMC, Elijah Mitchell, and Debo in that run game, and we dominate, this would be an easy game to win.
All right, Peter.
Yeah, I mean, it really is that simple. It's just we need to take advantage. The 49ers just need to take advantage of the players that they have. They have weapons all over the field. And can they take advantage of those weapons? Can Kyle get out of his own head and just dominate the other team just because we're better? And like that's the real question.
Real quick, Brandon, can you mute yourself while we're talking? Then
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Yeah, man. So, man, hey, we just need to play disciplined football. We just need to not beat ourselves. We need to defend our house. I think we should start taking a lot more pride in defending our house and making it known like nobody's gonna come up in here and beat us. We're gonna go full throttle. I'd love to see Kyle call. Just be aggressive. Utilize all the weapons. Play efficient. Play discipline. Hopefully we get to see some turnovers. The game is normally won and lost in the turnover battle and in the trenches. And then at the same time, the quarterback's the most important position. So let's just go full throttle, man. I see you, J.R. Meadows. I also, man, I thought I was kind of crazy and far-fetched with the prediction, but I said 37. What was it on your show? I think I said 37-14.
Yeah, 37-14.
Yep. So, hey, man, I hope. It feels like we have the recipe to do that. So let's get it, man. It's go time. It's Sunday night, prime time in front of the world. Let's show that we're a Super Bowl contender if we really are. That's the way I see it.
Yeah, I want to dominate this game, bro. I don't want to win by 3 points. I don't want to win by 7. I understand this. The Chargers, I understand it's hard to win NFL games. It is. But the Chargers are probably the most injured plagued team right now. The Niners are getting a bunch of players back from injury. We're playing at home. We're coming off a bye. I want to dominate. I really, because honestly, even if we win by 3 points, I'll take the win, obviously, but I'll be concerned. I mean, like, man, I don't know. But if we dominate the way the Chiefs dominated us, I'll be a little bit more convinced that we have a bright future ahead of us. But we have to dominate. This winning by 3 points or 7 points, I'll take the victory, but I'll be disappointed if I can be honest.
Yeah, I feel like it's I'm done. I think I talked about it on my show with Rich. Is that I'm done with the low expectations. Like I'm done with all of that. Like we have pieces. Like we have pieces. This team is stacked. There is no excuses as to why we can't score the ball. So I want to see points. I'm expecting like we have all these pieces. Plus we've got Kyle Shanahan supposed to be a genius. I'm expecting points, and I put my prediction as such. I think I said 27-14, but I expect points. Period. Point blank.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, we're coming off a bye week. The week prior, we destroyed the Rams. I mean, there's no reason why we can't keep this momentum going, especially with Deebo Samuel back, Elijah Mitchell back. Our offense is stacked at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and we have our defense coming back too as well. Some of our key players, Aziz Al Shair, I think Greenlaw is back too as well. Um, I mean, it sucks that we lost Jason Verrett for the season again,
Man.
but you could tell that the players came out with Jason Verrett shirts, all supporting him, and I think this one's going to mean a lot to the team, especially if I think this win, if they pull off the win, I think it's going to be for JV. So, I mean, I'm ecstatic for this game tonight. I think they're going to come out hot for sure. What do you guys expect Elijah Mitchell? Like, how much time do you think you'll see him playing? Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, yeah, like I mentioned this on my show too, that I'm expecting to see two back sets. I think Elijah is going to get quite a bit of carry. I think he's going to get over 10 carries. I'll say that because the last couple of games, Kyle hasn't given anybody 10 carries, which is kind of weird considering what type of team they are. Like it just makes no sense. But I think that he does have trust in Elijah Mitchell. Obviously, he has trust in CMC. So I'm expecting Elijah Mitchell to get a majority of the carries, and then CMC will be the change of pace. Plus, he'll be the factor in the passing game. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I definitely see something similar. I don't know, in my head, I feel like he's going to get like 7 carries, but that's not far from 10. If we could run the ball, 30 times, maybe Debo gets a few, and then of course CMC. But I would love to see the same electricity. Typically it would go from Elijah Mitchell and then maybe a little bit of a downgrade to Jeffrey Wilson Jr., regardless of how amazing he looks with Miami. We seen we seen the difference. We seen the difference of when Elijah runs and Jeff Wilson Jr. runs, and Jeff Wilson Jr. is a dog. I'm just saying the explosiveness, the electricity. I think we're gonna just see it. With all three of these guys, Mitchell, CMC, and Debo. But I expect. I think I went on someone's show. Maybe it was just a comment or something like that. I said, I like to think outside the box. Sometimes I said the first touchdown was going to be a 25-yarder by Mitchell. So there's a little bold prediction, I'm throwing up in there. So I hope to see him shine tonight. Hopefully Kyle utilizes them to keep them all fresh, keep them all healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I mean, there's not that much to add after what you guys just said, but I think they're going to ease him in. I think they're going to, now that we have CMC more familiar with the playbook, Kyle Shanahan's scheme, I think he'll be definitely our number one running back tonight, and they'll mix in Debo. And I don't even know if DDP is going to play or not, but if they're going to utilize him. But I think they're just going to kind of ease Elijah Mitchell in, and based on what the defense is showing, we'll see more runs from him. I expect, honestly, Mitchell to receive more catches than running tonight's game until they kind of get him acclimated to that offense. But this defense is going to be powerful. We got to score, and we got to score fast.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to start off hot, like Beto said. Score first, control the game. I think that's the key right there. Is control the game, because you saw that when they don't control the game, they end up just not scoring in the second half, and they end up losing those close ones that hurt. It's like the Falcons, the Denver Bronco game, Chicago, like all those games, right? So I think we see a different type of energy from this team. Um, we have CMC 2 weeks now, 3 weeks actually now. It's 2 weeks in on a full, game plan and everything like that. And you can tell since CMC has come here that this offense got like a fire lit under their ass and looks totally different now. So I'm excited now that Debo's back out there too as well. I mean, damn, I'm excited for this game tonight. But let's go to the defense side of the ball. What does the defense have to do to stop the Chargers from scoring and just keeping it on the Niners side, basically, like keeping the momentum on their side?
Pressure, bro. Just pressure. We gotta disrupt Justin Herbert. He doesn't have playmakers out there that he can throw to other than Austin Eckler. There's no reason why we don't put pressure on him. We can put pressure on him. This game will be one-sided for sure. We got to stop the run. Listen, I'm excited about having our linebackers trio back together again. Greenlaw, Fred Warner, and Aziz. We haven't seen that in a minute. And then we have also Jimmy Ward without the club. So how are they going to? And I'm very interested in is he going to play slot? Is he going to play safety? Those are the things that I'm looking forward to see. But if we bring pressure onto Austin and we disrupt his timing, this defense will prevail tonight.
Yeah, it's the defense. I mean, like Beto said, it's all about pressure because we're still missing Emmanuel Mosley on the other side. I'm going to still talk about like I knew when he went down that was going to be a hole, like just because we didn't really have another body like his size and like what he does that does what he does. So it's going to be this defense is going to be contingent on pressure and getting at least close to the quarterback and making Herbert nervous. But I mean, the reality is that Herbert is a mobile quarterback. They've had problems with mobile quarterbacks. So I guess a bigger question is can D'Amico show a better game plan against mobile quarterbacks?
Yeah, man. One of my biggest factors on defense, like Beto was saying, was the linebackers. We got some injuries, in the middle on the front line, with the defensive tackles and whatnot. So I think, and then with the yak of Eckler, I just feel like the linebackers, are going to play a huge game. Greenlaw could get after it. Every one of our linebackers got speed, man, and they just fly around, especially when they're all together. So I expect Hufanga. I think Hufanga went through a little spell after that close call with the concussion. I think so that kind of simmered his fire down a little bit. So I expect Hufanga to be reignited, coming out blazing. Jimmy Ward coming out blazing with the cast off. I want to almost throw another big, bold prediction and say once D'Amico does start showing some blitzes, some pressure's going to hit versus those versus some of those backup wide receivers, maybe some miscommunications, and maybe we see some interceptions from the psych ward from both of them, Jimmy and Kavarius. We started out hot with turnovers. We were getting picks, only got like 3 fumbles. I think in total we got 9 takeaways. But it would be nice to see that, come back up on primetime. And it feels like the defense likes to show up on primetime as well. So, yeah, man, those are my things, man. Just, control Eckler and, make Herbert uncomfortable, man, and fly around like we normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Real quick update, not Niner related, but the Raiders just lost to the Colts and Jeff Saturday as a head coach. How do you lose to a coach that's never coached in his life?
Yeah.
And they lost in their house.
Hey,
They're gonna fire. They're gonna fire.
Did anyone
Yeah.
pick the Colts on our show?
I don't
Nope.
think so. But
I did.
did you?
I think I
Right
did.
on.
I'm pretty
But
sure I did. I think me and Brandon
Josh
might have.
McDaniel just got out coached by Jeff Saturday, bro.
There
Dude,
it
I
is.
mean, this is so in my fantasy league also is my cousin Jesse had I think Buffalo for his defense, and then he picked up the Raiders. He started the Raiders defense over Buffalo. I told him, why would you do that? This was on Friday night. I told him you need to switch that, right? He's like, no, I'll pick up the Raiders. It's the Colts. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
really? Come on.
I mean, I took the Raiders defense this week too, but only because my defense, which is the Ravens, are on a bye, and it was out of necessity. But I would have never taken the Raiders over the Bills. Heck
Man,
no.
but their stadium is so nice. The Raiders. They're gonna have it's gonna be
fire everybody.
Big turnaround. There's gonna be a big turnaround over there, man.
It's another team they've got players on that team. It just doesn't make any sense, like why they can't find a coach that can get them executing correctly.
Can you guys see D'Amico Ryans going over to the Raiders and being the head coach there?
I could see it.
Yeah. I was actually watching a Raider show the other day, man, and I was chopping it up with a few guys. Pretty cool show, and I was saying a lot. I mentioned D'Amico Ryans, and I was talking about Derek Carr and Garoppolo, and just getting other people's opinions, thoughts on what they think about Trey Lance, and who do you think is better, Garoppolo or Carr, whatnot. And yeah, but anyways, it's off topic. Hey, man, the 49ers are the best in California, and they're not even in California no more. I seen Brian Culp's comment about what did he say? He said BLA, Battle of California. And I hear him, and I'm not saying nothing against it, but at the same time, there is no battle in California. Even if we were to lose, we still own California. We always will.
For sure.
We always will. It's just
if you put the Chargers and the Rams trophies together, they still don't catch up to us. So
nah.
Well, the Chargers have never won.
What about the Raiders too? I wonder if you just threw the Raiders in there for fun too. You could.
Well, if you threw in the Raiders, they'll tie up to us because there's Raiders
3-2
and 3-2 exactly.
3-2. But the one wasn't the one in St. Louis. So does that even?
Or was it doesn't count, bro?
Or was that Cleveland? Did they get that one in Cleveland? Not most people don't know, man. They started out. I'm pretty sure the Rams started in Cleveland.
Oh,
way back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I know this is probably sacrilegious, like to think right now, but if the 49ers, like, I think it all depends on how the 49ers end of the season if D'Amico goes somewhere else. Because if they don't finish this season well, I could totally see D'Amico staying for another season. And it's because it's always the hottest they take the coordinators off the teams that win. Like so yeah, I could see it. Like it might well, no, I'm not going to say it's a blessing in disguise because I still want the 49ers to show out, but like yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll put a kink in their plans if he doesn't, because I really think that they had planned on Fangio coming back next season.
So we got Jason saying that he never wants to come off a bye week and not play till Sunday Night Football. The wait was terrible. Hey, and we don't play till next Monday the following week.
Terrible.
Hey, we're almost there. We're almost there, man.
We're almost there, man. We got another hour. But
come on.
All right, guys. So before we move on to another, my other question that I have for you guys. If you guys are watching on Twitter, go ahead and go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Faithful Podcast 49. We cannot see your chat in the chat box, but if you go over to our YouTube channel, we'll be able to see it. So
I was wondering why you guys were ignoring me, but I didn't realize I was on mute. I'm like, wow, they don't want.
Oh yeah.
I said like 3 times. Did you guys hear about Cooper Kupp? And nothing. Cooper Kupp got hurt.
Oh, what happened to Cooper?
Today, and no
got
response,
injured.
right? I'm like, wow, they don't want to hear about it. And I look, I'm muted. I'm like, okay, I'm still loved.
Well, we're not playing him again this season. So,
But that,
Nope.
I feel bad for Cooper though.
Nope,
yeah.
we're
Yeah,
not.
Hey,
All right, guys.
Colt McCoy's playing well, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, he sure is.
Sorry, Brandon, go for it, man.
No, it's all good. Okay, guys. So, I lost my train of thought.
Cowboys just, Packers just tied up the Cowboys right now, baby.
That's not surprising. It's the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I just got the injury report too for tonight's inactives. It is Arik Armstead's out. Kamoko Toroi, Nick
He's out?
Sakili.
What is
Yeah,
wrong? What is wrong with him?
I think it's just a healthy scratch, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So he's inactive. Yeah.
Curtis Robinson, the linebacker, TDP's out, and Samson Ebukam is out, which
I know
is
Samson
kind
would
of,
be.
it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of concerning to me. I don't know about you guys, but who's playing on the other side of Nick Bosa tonight?
Well, what's his name? What's his name?
Charlie
The,
Domingue.
rookie.
Starting.
Action Jackson.
Yeah, we got Drake
Drake Jackson, yeah.
And then Charlie Domingue, we have Kevin
Amenahu.
Hyder.
Are we
Gary.
we still worried about that inside without Arik Armstead there?
I would be.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Kevin Givens has played
Because-
well, but he needs a bigger body next to him to suck up those blockers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm dependent on the linebackers a lot tonight. Like, it's a good thing we got them because hey, when we went on that 7-2 run last year, the defensive line was one of the main factors. I mean, it's like all 8 of the guys, like statistically and eye test, just all played way better than when we were 3-5. So now we kind of don't have, who knows? Hey, some of these guys could, play better, Hassan Ridgeway and Kevin Givens and whatnot, but I would expect a little bit more rush, just holes in the middle and whatnot, and maybe a little, we'll see, but it is a little concerning for sure.
Yeah, we need to put that, and that's what bothers me, that we can't put that pressure in the middle. It slows down what Bosa can do and the outside, because there's no pressure. People that I hear people all the time say Arik Armstead sucks. I don't like him, and I'm never going to compare him to DeForest Buckner because they're two individuals. But now you can see how important Arik Armstead is to this defense. For those that don't think he is, we're definitely missing him, man.
Ty McGill got activated too.
Yeah. We're probably going to see a little bit of him tonight.
Squad.
And he plays in the inside, right? He's a D tackle.
Yeah, he's a D tackle.
Yep.
Yeah. We need
Remember,
size.
I know it was preseason. But he kind of
lit us up.
Yeah, he stood out. He stood out for sure.
And the only reason why Minnesota let him go, it wasn't because he wasn't good. He got hurt.
Yeah. Okay, and so still on the defensive side, guys. So now that JV is out for the season, the people that need to step up now is Womack, Lenore, right? Who do you guys think is going to be playing more tonight? Do you think it's just going to be split in between, or do you think more is going to get one than the other? I mean, are you guys worried on that side of the ball, on the other side of Mooney Ward?
I'm always worried about the other side of Mooney Ward. Like honestly, like it just depends, because I feel like they always like to start Lenore, and I think if you're gonna start anyone in between the two of them, it would have to be Womack because he has the speed. But I honestly would go ahead and start Ambry if it was me, like just because I feel like he's a guy that builds confidence as he gets reps. And the more you just leave him cold on the bench, he's not going to be ready. He's not going to be ready. And the Chargers don't have a lot of weapons right now. Like a lot of their two main guys are hurt. So like this would be a perfect game for him to get some reps in, and he's going to get burnt like from at least a couple of times, but I think he needs the reps, and I think he needs to build some confidence up.
Yeah, that's one big reason why I'm not too worried tonight is because, the Chargers wide receivers are out. Keenan Allen's out. Mike Williams is out. So I feel like it is going to be Lenore, though. I'm pretty sure that's who it has been when Mosley isn't there. So I don't see him switching it up, especially versus backups. But at the same time, I know Pete's guy is Ambry Thomas, and I like Ambry Thomas too. I felt like last year there wasn't too many times he was ever at it. He wasn't ever at a position. It's just, he was an inch away every time, but he did start to progress. The game, I think the game before he got the interception to get us into the playoffs the week before, he was that close again to where like he almost got one at the end of that game. So where, people start pulling up every other stat and PFS and this, that, and the other. And oh my God, what he did in training camp, yada, yada, yada. That doesn't, for me, that don't mean nothing. It's what does the man do on the field? If he's not getting completely lit up, I don't understand it sometimes, but it is what it is. I feel okay about it, to be honest. I feel okay with Lenore, Thomas, Womack. And who knows? We might see Dante Johnson at some point in time.
Mention it.
Yeah,
Dante.
Yeah, don't mention Dante.
Come on, ain't nothing wrong.
Yeah, man, we're gonna see
the barnacle.
We're gonna see a statue of Dante and Garoppolo one day.
We're gonna see a sighting of Dante Johnson.
Yeah, man. All right, Beto, let's get your thoughts on it.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
We're talking about the other side of
the
Mini Ward.
The corners. Yeah, my apologies.
Okay, I forgive you.
Oh, thank you. So
I forgive you, mijo.
Ándale, papi, gracias. Mamon. Listen, Lenore, I don't want to see Ambry Thomas, honestly. I know that Peter mentioned him, and I don't know. It's just, I'm not sold on him. Ambry Thomas, I mean, if you move Lenore inside, then I could see Ambry Thomas on the opposite side of Ward, but my goodness. And what happened to Womack? Womack started hot and started like, wow, this guy's impressed, and then just kind of fell off. So do you think
like him in run game?
They don't. Yeah, they said he can't protect in the run, or no, stop the run. Excuse me.
Yeah, he's just not physical like that.
Didn't he get caught on his phone all the time or something like that? Something petty.
Like that.
Really?
Shanahan wants to.
Yeah.
Shanahan, he wants you to go from 19 to 28 in 2 months, and if you if you don't,
you're in the doghouse.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Brandon Ayuk's like, don't go into the doghouse. It's not nice in there.
But at the same time, hey man, you're getting paid millions, so
Yeah. So I expect to see, honestly, Ward and Lenore on the outside, and maybe they might put Dante Johnson on the outside and then put Lenore on the inside. But I'm really curious to see what they do with Jimmy Ward. Does he play his original position and take out Gibson, or do they play Gibson and Hufanga and just move Ward into the slot? It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah. We forgot about not to change the subject, but we forgot about Hassan Ridgeway in the middle too. He's probably gonna get some runs.
That's because he's no good, bro. That's what we forgot about.
Oh, stop. He's not that bad.
Come on. Name me a game that he's impressed you so far.
No. He's good against the run. Like but he's not a world beater, but he's not bad against the run. Like he's just not going to give you any pass rushing whatsoever.
What's the most rushing, like who has had the most rushing yards versus us? It doesn't feel like, I know we were historically good, it feels like even when we were bad, we've always been pretty good on always making sure no one gets 100 on us.
We haven't given up a 100-yard rusher this year at all.
And it's not even talked about. Like that's, I know it's a different NFL. I know it's different times. I know it's all the passing league and some of these things kind of don't matter too much. Hey, but I think that's still pretty impressive, regardless of how the league is switched up. And hey, that kind of, if you're not talking about Ridgeway, that's probably a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Because if
that's a good way to see it.
you know what I'm saying, it's like, hey, it feels like, you know, he doesn't got any McGlitchy highlights. You know what I'm saying? So or low lights.
But I forgot, Peter. Thanks for reminding me. I forgot that Ty McGill did get activated. I do want to see what he can. Hopefully, him and Kevin Givens can pair up. Because I believe. Remind me. I don't remember. Is he a big body or?
Oh, Ridgeway.
Yeah. No. I know he's a big body. Gill.
I'm not.
He's a little. He's a little hefty too. I think he's a little.
I don't remember. Hey, Melissa.
If I remember right, he could
maybe
maybe not exactly like a DJ Jones, but I feel like he's similar. Like,
okay.
You know.
Now talk about DJ Jones, man. Man, I miss that guy.
I know, huh?
Man,
we should have traded Javon Kinlaw to the Broncos and kept DJ. Well, no, we didn't trade him. He left in free agency, but
yeah, I mean, we didn't have. They didn't have the money to keep him.
No.
Yeah.
Not for a big tackle, although that's what we need.
Mm-hmm. We do, for sure.
And I want a big boy, bro. I don't know about you guys, bro, but I want a D tackle like that big boy in Philadelphia, number 97, Graves, whatever his name is. I just want a big body.
Yeah.
That just takes on two defenders at all times and just opens it up for the linebackers. Man, I miss that. Can you guys name the last D tackle that was a big body in the 49ers recent team?
What was the question again?
Can you guys remember a D tackle that was a big body that was a part of the Niners?
Yeah, Sopoaga and then you had DJ, but in recent memory, I mean,
I'm talking about big body.
Kinlaw was 320, but no, they just don't use huge guys like that.
They don't, huh?
Yeah.
Wonder why
they put more emphasis on being able to rush the passer than like in the speed, the athleticism aspect than they do the size, like per se. But yeah, Ty McGill is 300 pounds.
Oh, he's a big boy.
6 feet, 300 pounds. He's like a DJ exactly like same size as DJ Jones.
Yeah, the NFL is changing, man. I think that's what it is, Beto. You know, it's they're just going away from some of those big daddies nowadays. So that's just in this passing league.
The Wolfords of that boy was that boy over there in New England. Ain't nobody getting by him.
Gilbert Brown.
Gilbert Brown. Oh my God! When he played with him in his dark shades when he played for the Packers, that dude was like all you got to do is turn around and you bounce off his butt and lose 5 yards. It was a big boy.
Speaking of big boy guys, just real quick. Speaking of big boy guys, a lot of people have been saying that we should sign Sue. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I'm down.
I'm up for that.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'd rather sign him than OBJ, to be honest with you.
Me too, man. Me too, for sure. I mean, I guess like OBJ could help with taking the coverage off Debo in a way, I guess you could say. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's even worth it.
For the right price, bring him in for the right price.
Yeah.
But if he's going to request $5+ million, no.
No, we're good. Yeah, I'd rather get a defensive player, to be honest.
I'd rather bring in Sue. We need that help. But you're right. I think if OBJ would come in, he would. Because think about it, he'll be what, number 3 receiver. Not that he's not good, but because of him not knowing the offense, he'll be number 3. And we have what's his name already. I can't think of his name. Help me out. Number our 3rd receiver. Talk
about Danny Gray?
No.
Juwan Jennings?
Yeah, Jennings. Yeah, Jennings. We already have Jennings, and I know Jennings is not a great receiver, but when he's healthy, he can catch those third downs and convert them to first downs. Do we really need someone like OBJ? And then OBJ is one that needs a quarterback like Lance to throw him the ball. Jimmy can't even throw past 20. So why are you bringing OBJ that it's a deep runner? He's just going to stand there like, hey, unless we have Christian McCaffrey throw him the ball, then we probably get him the ball.
Well, that's another reason why we don't see Danny Gray playing out there either.
Yep.
So I mean, you'd think like at least get him, some playing time and stuff like that for Danny Gray, but you don't see him out there at all, really.
Yeah, well, I heard his pass blocking is not that good either, so he has to work on that. Some receivers sometimes they take a year to kind of get comfortable with the offense and feeling comfortable with themselves and the pros, but I expect him to come strong next year, especially with having Lance. It's going to be great. But as long as Debo and you play good and Jennings and Ray, we have enough weapons, man. Elijah Mitchell. I mean, oh my goodness. I can't wait. I'm excited, bro. I can't wait for tonight. I hope I don't get disappointed, bro. I don't hope we're so excited and then just lay an egg.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Then that just gives us an opportunity to really go off on something.
Yep. I think forget about firing Kyle. I think Rich would go over there and pick him up and take him away himself.
What makes it better?
If the money's right. Hey, if the money's right, I'm down for whatever.
Hey,
exactly.
If Jeff Saturday can do it.
Yep. And also too, what makes it better today too is the Seahawks lost today, so we win tonight. It's a half game closer to first place again.
Oh yeah, so, that's just as good as a win right there.
Yeah, one of my friends in the chat goes, "If we win tonight, we'll be in first place." I'm like, first place. Yeah, the Seahawks lost. I'm like, yeah, they're still 6-4. They're a game and a half ahead of us. He's like, oh, I forgot. They haven't had their bye yet.
I was gonna say, when are the Seahawks bye?
Next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So before we move on, guys, I'm gonna do my little quick ad real quick for my bookie. Zach's gonna take it away for us while Peter figures out his camera situation.
Peter.
All right, here we go.
I think it's just burnt out.
Oh damn!
You're gonna have to be stuck with my voice.
All right, for sure.
What's going on, guys? Zach here from 49ers Hive, and I just wanted to take a second to thank today's sponsor, MyBookie. You know football, and you pick winners every single weekend, so why not get paid for them at MyBookie? You could bet single game spreads, money lines, or parlay multiple together to increase your payouts. The feeling on Sunday when a 3, 4, 5, 6 game parlay hits is unmatched. There are low contest entry fees and over $500,000 to be won. So make it so you don't have to be a pro gambler to have some fun. Getting started is super simple. All you got to do is go to mybookie.ag and use our promo code HIVE, as in 49ers Hive, on your first deposit to secure a double deposit bonus. You deposit $50, they'll match you $50. You deposit $100, they'll match you $100, all the way up to $1,000. Take advantage of our double deposit bonus. It's right here on the screen. mybookie.ag, promo code HIVE, as in 49ers Hive. Take advantage now, guys, and make this your winning season exclusively at MyBookie.
All right, thank you, Zach. Appreciate it.
Órale, Zach. Gracias.
Yes, sir.
Sucker free.
All right, my next question for you guys, because we'll be ending it here shortly. Who is your guys' X factor for tonight's game on offense and defense? Rich, go ahead and go first.
I'm going to say my X factor is Jimmy Ward. I think he's due for an interception and maybe some other good plays. And then on offense, I'm going to go ahead and say, and for an X factor, I like to pick someone that nobody's thinking about. And just because of everything that we got on offense, watch like a Juice. Watch Kyle Juszczyk like score a first touchdown, even though I already said it'll be Elijah Mitchell. But I just wouldn't be surprised if it's someone else, you know? And it feels like every few games, Juice, he gets a good little 30 or 40 yarder out of nowhere when no one least expects it. So I think it could be Juice, and Jamie Ward could be maybe not blow out the stats on the paper, but have a X factor type of play.
All right, Pete.
Yep, I agree. My X factor, bro.
Beto, go ahead.
Sorry, the Mexican in me just takes over.
So rude.
I know, Peter. It's because I can't see you, Peter. I forgot you were there.
Like I'm helping you out, like by not having to look at my face.
Okay, go ahead,
Oh,
Peter.
dude, I'm done.
Go ahead, Peter.
No, like I just look at my picks. I think Elijah Mitchell is an X factor. I think it's going to be the running backs. It's CMC and Elijah Mitchell. Like I think that I was talking about on my show. It's going to be that 2-back set. When they go into that 2-back set, and that teams have to pick their poison. Are they going to stack against the runner? Or are they gonna cover CMC out in the flat? So I just think that it's going to be those two guys that are going to just they should take over this game. Those are my two.
Yeah. For me, my X factor, I think in this game is going to be Ross Dwally, someone that the people don't really see coming, because I know that Kittle is going to go straight down the middle, but I think Ross Dwally, not Kali, is going to have a good game offensively. And on defense, on defense, who, you know what? I want to say Drake Jackson. I want to see Drake Jackson kind of take advantage of his opportunity and showcase why he belongs opposite of one Nick Bosa tonight. So it'll be Ross Dwally offensively and Drake Jackson, the rookie, defensively for me.
Okay, good picks. I'm gonna say CMC on offense, and on defense, I'm gonna say Nick Bosa has like 4 sacks.
Let's go. Hey,
That O-line's trash, man.
I heard Bosa's not playing.
No, stop.
I heard Bosa's not playing tonight.
If you're a
Oh my
national
God.
media guy, like they're gonna call him Joey, so they thought he was out.
Right?
Yeah, I may mess around with people all day today. I'm like, Bosa's not playing. You stop lying. You shouldn't lie. I'm not lying. Nick is playing. I never said Nick. I just said Bosa's not playing.
So,
like, oh, shut up.
So Damien said, what if the Niners did a 5-receiver set?
5.
I mean,
oh my goodness. That means
still
no
got
Kittle
Jimmy back there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, listen, just run the ball.
Yeah.
Run the ball effectively and set up the play action. And I don't care who catches it. I think that setting up the run is going to open it up. I expect actually Kittle to have a big game tonight. George Kittle.
Me too.
I expect him to have a big game today. I think they're going to emphasize on CMC and Debo. And I think that's truly going to open up for Kittle.
I mean, just think of that. I mean, listen to the names that we're saying. Like you got Debo, Kittle, you got CMC, and I mean, Jawan Jennings has proven that he's a good guy on third down. Like, I mean, it's
and we haven't even mentioned Brandon
Ayuk. Like,
yep.
I mean, it's a embarrassment of riches. So once again, Kyle, just figure it out. Just figure it out and get these guys the ball in a position to succeed. Like, period.
Yeah, and Jimmy Garoppolo, do not screw it up.
Yeah,
don't screw it up, buddy.
Hey, man, in our 4 wins, man, we've basically beat down everyone. Each team we've won. You know what I'm saying? We've won by 10 or more points. You know, and I think the Chargers, the games they're winning are close games versus bad teams, losing, getting stomped out by good teams. So it's a little nervous when you see it all, just like it looks so perfect for us to really blow them out. Like, it feels like it's everything is pointing in that direction. So it would take some really stupid, boneheaded, undisciplined bullcrap by Kyle, Jimmy, penalties by the whole team for this to not happen. But man, I fully expect us to just put a beat down on them, and if we do get a win, hey, I'm cool with that. I don't, like we were talking earlier, hey man, if we only win by 3 points, I'll be a little disheartened. Hey, a win is a win is a win. But that it doesn't feel like there's
I'll be worried even if we won. I'll be worried.
Yeah.
If we only win by 3 points, I'll be very worried.
What if it was just like Herbert was just like spectacular though? Like it wasn't like really nothing we did.
The only way he can be spectacular is if he throws the ball and catches it himself for touchdown.
I'm saying if
they're still football players. They might be backups, but hey, look at Jimmy. Look, Jimmy's a backup and he's doing okay. He's doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Do not disrespect backups by putting Jimmy there.
If it's 14-12, if they win like 14-12 or 17-14, I'm worried. Like
exactly.
Because now we're talking a whole nother week of talking about we don't have an identity. We're still don't know what, like we got
everything's
all these
we.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like I just don't understand how we're in week 10 and we don't know from week to week where we're gonna do, what we're gonna see.
Yeah, you got to put your foot down in this game. You got to listen. We know we're playing an injured team, not a bad team, but it's just an injured team. So winning is expected by the Niners. Okay, but in which fashion do we win? We expect to win, but if we blow them out, as it should be, because the Niners are a better team on paper. They're definitely the healthier team going in tonight. I'm telling you, this team has to beat them in a big way. Otherwise, I will be disappointed. I'll still enjoy the win if we get the win, but if we don't win big or convincingly, I am worried about facing teams like Tampa or facing teams like Miami. That'll concern me. But if we put our foot down and make our mark, then that'll be a little bit easier to say. I'll be like, you know what? We can beat Miami. So we'll see.
Yes, we will. We're gonna. Yep, exactly. We're gonna be ending it here.
No.
It's almost game time. We got like 30 more minutes. So I mean, you guys want to do a score prediction or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's do a score prediction. All right, Pete, what's your score prediction?
I said on my show, I think it's going to be 27-14. Like that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting enough points to where it's not in doubt. Like that this offense is for real, and then also I think that just them having a competent offense is going to keep this defense in the game and keep the score low on the other side. So, but I'm going to give Herbert his credit, his props. So I'm going to let them get 14.
Yeah, I think like I said the other day as well, man. I think we could see a beatdown. I think we could see a complete game as healthy as we are. Everything we have at 37-14. That's kind of what hit me when I was thinking about it, and so I'm sticking with it, man. Let's get this blowout and mollywop them.
Yeah, I'm with you. I say 38-17. Be down of look at. See,
you got it.
Now we know we're going to win tonight.
You know what it was the whole time? Is
you forgot to turn on the camera?
I had to uninstall Skype. I had to stop looking at the camera first off. And like, but no, Skype was messing with my camera.
So my camera is not working either on my computer, my laptop. Weird,
crazy.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a 31-10 beatdown. I think as long as we keep running the ball first and more than we do passing, we should be okay. Especially now, like I said earlier in the show, We have CMC now too, and Elijah Mitchell's back. I mean, we should be running the ball more, right? So,
You would hope.
um, I think I think we'll be all right tonight, man. I think we might see a blowout.
Yeah,
Let's see. This offense is good. Let's see a good. I mean, our offensive line is not bad as at least as I thought
As
coming
we
into
thought,
the
yeah.
season. Aaron Banks is,
No.
he hasn't allowed a sack this year.
Yeah,
I
their
mean,
Yeah.
offensive lines really are not good in the NFL in general. Like
Yeah.
most of the offensive lines are not good. There are no great offensive lines
Yeah.
in particular, and so all you can ask is that you get serviceable play, and I think that they're doing great. I think that they're doing great for having two guys that essentially have never played, three guys that have essentially never played, started in an NFL game before the season. So I think they're doing good.
absolutely. And Lincoln Tomlinson has given up sacks over there with the Jets, and then on the opposite side, Spencer Buford is playing some good football. You have Daniel
He's still learning.
Brunskill kind of mixing in there, which I like. And then even Jake Brundo has been each game has been getting a little bit better at center. The only question mark really is right tackle with McClinchy. But McClinchy's not, I mean, as much as I like to rag on him,
Yeah,
he's still a top 20 tackle, top 15.
he's a starter for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he has his ups and downs.
So
Hey, what
I mean,
kind of
we worse.
Hey, what kind of game do y'all think Jimmy's gonna have with all these pieces around him, man? And it feels like, we're not going up against the best defense either, you know what I'm saying? So, I know that we haven't really brought him up too much, and I was just sitting there thinking like over under, one interception. I just had a few things in my head. Like I wonder, what kind of, I'm just curious, like what y'all think. Do y'all think he's gonna
I think it's going to be similar to what it was last week. I think he's going to have probably a couple more incompletions, but I expect it. I mean, he's only had that last week was his first game without an interception, right? Before the previous, he had won the previous game.
I believe so, because then he went on that 2-game stretch, and then everybody was hoping he would go 3 straight games because he's never done it in his whole entire 8 years.
Yeah.
That's kind of impressive in a bad way, to not go 3 straight games.
It's crazy.
So yeah,
Crazy,
I think he's gonna. I think he's not gonna have a pick this game. I think it'll be next game. Who do we play next?
The Cardinals in Mexico City.
Okay. Yeah,
Who are we
think
talking
it'll
about?
be
Yeah, next Monday.
Jimmy.
Are we talking about Jimmy right now?
Jimmy.
Yeah,
Yes.
He hasn't thrown an
James
IT.
Ricardo.
He hasn't thrown an IT interception in 3 games, right?
No,
never.
A couple of games ago, he had like 2. I want to say he threw like.
Well, one thing for sure, he did not throw one last
Cowboys
week.
about to lose,
Yeah, he
guys.
didn't throw one last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That was. I said, man, there were 2.
Packers
Were there
won.
2? There were 2 in Jalen Ramsey's hands. Was it 1 or 2? I know it was
They were in
like
overtime?
It was 2. They were in overtime, Beto.
it
It was 2
I thought they were
against the
playing
Rams.
regular. I see 3 minutes left. I'm like, how are they going to win it with a field goal? But I didn't know it was okay. And I'm probably behind, huh? I
Behind
wanted the
2.
Packers to win. I want Dallas to lose. I can't stand Dallas, bro.
Me neither. All right,
it's
guys.
overtime. Oh, they're about to tie it up. Oh, that's gonna be sad.
No,
All right, y'all.
All right, guys.
All right, so-
real quick, Brandon, thank you for
Yeah.
inviting me. Thank you for hosting this show, bro. You're doing an awesome
course.
job. Appreciate
Thank you.
brother.
Appreciate it. Go ahead before we leave here. Go ahead and put down your guys' channels. I'll also put it in the description below as well.
All right, cool.
Oh, cool.
So go ahead, guys.
Yeah, man. You could just hit up Keltz Chronicles. Just hit the link down below, man. We all get together on Wednesday night and do a show, Last Man Standing, on Niner Sickness Beto's channel. Tuesday mornings at 8:30. I'm going to be on Ryan G. Hensley channel. And where else? Oh, yeah. And then 49ers straight out of the Bay every Monday night after Monday Night Football. It's me, Jay, in the Bay Area Baller, and Amin the Dream. And we rotate channels. So I think this coming up week, it's going to be on Bay Area Ballers channel. So yeah, man, that's what I got going on. That's and then I'll try to mix in some shows on top of those ones. So yeah, man, check it out. Go 49ers. Thank you, Brandon. I always appreciate chopping it up with each one of y'all. Now let's get this dub tonight for the Warriors and the Niners.
No.
Yes, sir.
That's not
It's all about
Yeah.
Lakers for life. Like
No.
Warriors.
Oh
yeah.
God, I'm gonna throw.
All right, go ahead. Who's next, Pete?
But yeah, so you can find me on Niner Fanatic Podcast. I do usually today I would do a show, but I decided to hop on with Brandon because Brandon was kind enough to invite us to have the Last Man Standing crew on. But yeah, and I had a great time. Thank you guys for having me. We're on Last Man Standing, like Keltz was saying, like on Wednesdays. I think we're gonna start doing lives. Are we gonna do lives on a regular?
Yeah, 7 o'clock Wednesday lives. Yes.
Yeah, on Wednesdays, and then
Wendy.
yeah, well, it could be
Windy.
On Wendy's?
Somebody's hungry.
I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry just hearing it. Yeah.
But then I have I also am on Ryan Hensley's show on Mondays at 8:15. So I'll be on bright and early tomorrow morning. Look for my show, Niners Fanatic Podcast, on probably Tuesday this coming week. And yeah, that's what I got going on. I'm also on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Just look up Niner Fanatic Podcast. I don't care where you get it, just get it.
Yeah, you can find me at warriorsuckbigtime.com. No. No, just kidding.
This guy. No mames, mijo.
No mames.
No mames.
Mira, papi. You can find me. Everyone can find me at the Niner Sickness Podcast. As you guys know, I'm starting a new channel. Somebody tried to be funny and took my other channel down. So I'm starting a new YouTube channel. Same name, though, Niner Sickness Podcast. Type it in. Or you can just type in it, youtube.com/@ Niner Sickness 49, and it'll take you straight there. Find me on Twitter on Niner Sickness Podcast. You can find me on Facebook. I have a group and a page, and also Instagram under Niner Sickness Podcast. And I appreciate all you guys' support. And again, Brendan, thank you for having us on, man. I appreciate it. And yes, tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for the Last Man Standing, as we will be going live every Wednesday on my channel. So tune in and enjoy it, and I'll see you guys there.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Until next time, guys, go Niners. Peace.
Eddie.
Later.
Oh.
Warriors up.